frozen glaciers disappeared and created Finland, a land of islands and lakes. The first people to settle this land built forests on these islands in the lakes. These forests led to the creation of Finland's saunas, and the lakes left behind by the glaciers became a paradise for the people of Finland. The paradise continues west of Finland into the ocean. The Åland Islands. This place is heaven for navigators and a paradise on the ocean. It's a land where Sweden and Finland coexist. This is their land, the Åland Islands. Finland's location is where the Eastern world connects with Europe. Lying between Sweden and Russia, Finland has walked a road of suffering throughout its history. My final journey in Finland begins in a port city, Rauma. Rauma is the third oldest port city in Finland. It borders the Gulf of Bothnia, which connects Finland and Sweden together. The Gulf of Bothnia is the center of the city's residents. It is the place that holds Finland's maritime history.
라우마의 이 작은 부두는 600여 년 전에 생긴 부두라고 합니다. 그렇지만 막상 와 보니까 굉장히 작고 소박하고 그런 모습이에요.
When the city was first built in the 15th century, fishermen made their earnings by catching seals and salmon. As part of the Scandinavian peninsula, it was an active port where sailboats from many different countries came and went until the late 19th century. The old part of the Rauma still displays remnants of its more splendid days as a port city. Built with timber, this place embraces the maritime history worthy of being listed as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It looked just like a scene out of a movie.
골목골목들이 많으니까 굉장히 정겹고 사람들이 갑자기 불쑥불쑥 나타날 때마다 어떤 한 장면 같아요.
All of the houses are built close together, like a village for little people. It looks like a museum, but 250 families live in 600 of these houses. What is this cabin-like structure in the center of town?
파이프라인이 이렇게 나온 걸 보니까 급수대 같아요, 급수대. 이게 펌핑. 이렇게 해서 펌프질을 하면 물이 나오는 건가 봐요. 지금은 사용이 안 돼 있는.
This water pump was built in case of fires in a town filled with houses made of timber. It suited the town well. I decided to look for traces of Rauma as a port city.
You can have a look at the window sills, and they have nice items there. We always had sailors here in Rauma, and the sailors have taken also small souvenirs from other countries.
The window shapes of the houses built with timber over 300 years ago are different. The decorations on the windowsills catch my eye. In the past, the sailors were able to identify their homes by looking at the windows.
The dogs with them from England. And in the old days, they said that when the dogs are looking out, like they are now, the seaman is out sailing, and when he comes back home, they turn the dogs the other way around so that they are looking inside.
If we were living in the past, it would mean the man of this household is sailing right now.
But today they all seem to look out, so you can't trust that.
It seems the seaman traditions have faded a little bit, but I feel the traces of an old port city in its old scenery. In the old parts of the city, there is a tradition continued by the wives of the sailors. This place is a bobbin lace workshop. The lace looks very fancy. Bobbin lace came to Rauma in the early 18th century. In the early 1700s, lace decoration was very popular. The Rauma sailors learned how to make lace during their stay in Europe. And they taught the skills they learned to their wives.
사용하기가 아까울 것 같아.
Listine began making lace since she was 7 years old. She is part of a family that has been making lace for 3 generations. She, her mother, and her maternal grandmother.
Talvisaikaan merimiehet joutunut jäämään tuon keski-eurooppalaisiin satamiin, niin ei ole ollut jäänmurta ja he ei päässyt sieltä pois, niin silloin heillä on ollut aikaa sieltä tutustua. Siellä on nykätty 1600-luvun loppupuolelta tai 1700 niissä vaiheissa se on tullut Raumalle. Ja he on...
How is bobbin lace made? This small stick that looks like club is the bobbin. I feel dizzy looking at her hands moving the bobbins. On the other hand, she could make lace with her eyes closed.
실타래가 옆으로 쭉 기울게 놓여 있으면서 그걸 꼬시고 이렇게 계속 하시는데 마치 꼭 레이스 피아노를 연주하시는 것 같은 느낌이 드는 거예요.
Aina tarvitaan neljä nypylää, tarvitaan aina näin. Ja tässä on näitä siirtoja. Tästä menee niin kuin puolilyönti, menee niin kuin toinen vasemmalta aloittaa, menee ristiin ja tulee langan kierre.
It is getting complicated. However, the different lace designs are made using 3 basic patterns. I decided to travel back 300 years and pretend to be a sailor learning how to make lace.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
A man who makes lace. It seems a bit unfitting.
Yes, and this also here.
The 4 bobbins look like 40 bobbins to me.
You are doing it twice.
점점 어려워지고 있어요. 예?
I feel satisfied experiencing the old Rama that enjoyed more splendid days during the Middle Ages. That evening, I arrive in Turku, the first capital and the oldest city of Finland. In order to reach Åland, you have to catch a ride on the ship from Turku. The long line of cars waiting to get on the ship is not something I can see in a city.
배가 너무 어마어마하게 커요. 그리고 저 배 타기 위해서 차들이 기다리는데 라인이 총 12개 정도가 넘는 라인에서 지금 기다리고 있어요.
The ferry weighs about 4,800 tons. It can carry up to 2,800 passengers and 420 vehicles. Its scale is enormous. It reminds me of the Titanic. Finally, the ship heads to Åland. The ship that left Turku in southern Finland heads to the mouth of the Gulf of Bothnia as it passes through the Baltic Sea. This is where the Paradise of Islands, the Åland Islands, is located, in between Finland and Sweden. Southwest of Finland and north of the Baltic Sea, the Åland Islands located on the mouth of the Gulf of Bothnia. It is made up of 6,500 islands and was created by glaciers. The winter sea in Åland is peaceful like a lake. There are many log houses by the ocean, just like the lakeside. I come to find out that this is a place for anchoring boats. These are different lures used for fishing.
We are looking at lures for the day.
Lure.
Lure, yeah.
Lure 낚시군요.
This is lure.
What kind of fish catch?
This one is for sea trouts.
In the winter we use a lot of colors in it. Special. This is very
The lures are not only colorful, but they come in many types. This one makes sounds. I wonder what kind of fish this lure is used for.
Fish is salmon, 20.26. It's I don't know exactly, but maybe 1 meter 23 something like this.
He takes me to show me the salmon he caught.
Big size. My biggest fish.
Oh,
It's a salmon, 20.26. It's a model from the original, but this is original. And another is gips. And I catch with this lure.
yeah.
It's a stuffed salmon, but I've never seen a salmon this big. It measures over 1 meter and 20 centimeters long.
Very, very big, but it's also big.
굉장하네요. 오늘 제가 뭐 이렇게 잡을 수는 없겠지, 이렇게 큰 거는. 근데 좀 기대가 됩니다.
Will the Åland Sea show me some salmon? The boat speeds across the Gulf of Bothnia. There is salmon living in this calm sea. The boat heads more and more northwest. Åland is closer to Sweden than its mainland of Finland. However, the waterway is open.
스웨덴하고 핀란드하고 국경 해상에 그 지역에서 지금 낚시를 하고 있는 겁니다.
I feel as if I could touch the clouds if I reach out my hands. The clouds leave their shadows in the open waters between the two nations. I am lost in the scenery more than fishing.
This time the water is cold and there is very clear this area in Åland, so maybe you can see the bottom from 5 meters, something like this. Yeah, but in the summertime it's more grass and so on, so not really clear.
The sea and the island created by the last ice age. The glaciers created countless islands, and the ocean continues to move in silence.
100 years back, I think it's 1 centimeter the land is coming up.
Someday, this spot I'm standing on could become an island. I pick a colorful lure. We throw our fishing lines into the sea. We try to catch the salmon by tightening and loosening the line that holds the colorful lures. I'll have to wait for a while.
Sea trout goes like, you see there are big rocks under here because of the waves comes up there. So there is shallow water like 1 meter or something.
I listen to the veteran fishermen and throw my line into the shallow area of the sea. Will I catch a fish?
잡았다! Oh my god, 놓쳤어. Oh,
Take it slowly.
oh, oh my God. Oh.
You take it too hard.
한 마리 잡는 줄 알았는데 방금 놓쳤습니다. 와.
Even though I lost the fish, the sunrise on the sea comforts me. Even the fisherman who was born and raised in Åland feel deep in awe with my camera.
Here we have the open sea in that direction, the west direction. And here we have thousands and thousands of small islands that makes this archipelago very, very special.
The view of the sunrise in Åland makes everything on the water look like a work of art. Even the waves are quiet. All the islands seem to have their own stories to tell. The sea, which has seen many boats come and go, seems to be catching its breath.
발트에 낚싯대를 들이우고 보트를 타고 아침해를 바라보는 거는 오래 갈 것 같습니다. 힘들 것 같아요.
Åland is heaven for sailors and a place where many boats have come and gone. Even the islands in the distance probably had many boats come and go.
The old pilot station. Now it's closed, and I think it's the closest 1974, something like this. I'm not sure, but it's a lovely place. It's a
Koba Klintar was a pilot station located southwestern part of Åland. We decided to stop for a little bit and take a closer look on the island. There has been a pilot station on Koba Klintar Island since 1862. The countless boats coming back and forth from the Gulf of Bothnia were able to sail safely because of this island. This island has over 100 years of maritime history, and it played an important role. Boats continue to pass by this island.
the east side is coming from Finland, and another boats coming there from Stockholm, very close here.
Finland was under the control of Sweden for 600 years. Now the two countries coexist on good terms. I want to see ships traveling between the two countries up close. This view will become a part of Finland's history.
와,
Perhaps this is why this island is so special.
예전에 기차가 지나가면 손을 흔드는 것처럼 배가 워낙 크다 보니까는 저도 모르게 손을 흔들고 반가워했습니다.
All the pilots have gone, but in the summer the pilot station becomes a cafe, attracting many people on the island. I don't think there will be people on the island, but I see someone painting in the distance. What is he painting? The man who is painting the island did not say anything.
나무로 만들었어요. 철도.
The man is not a human. It is a statue of a painter. Perhaps it expresses the desire to capture the sea on this island.
해가 오늘 좀 유난히 긴데 굉장히 아름답습니다. 그리고 이 광활한 바다 위에 작은 섬 위에 제가 떠 있는 거죠.
The image of the pilot who guarded this beautiful sea alone, and the heart of the island that longs for the long-gone pilot touch my heart. The boat begins to sail again, leaving Koba Klintar behind. Not wanting this journey to end, the fishermen and I grab a hold of our fishing rods. Just then, we see someone fishing alone along the shore. He seems to have caught something. He carries the big fish back.
야, 저거 들고 가는 모습 봐.
Visa upp den för att filma det!
아, 멋지다. 외로운 낚시꾼. 한 마리 딱 잡고 가는 모습 봐요, 저거 집으로. 와.
I am green with envy. After returning to the island, I find the man who caught the fish.
오.
It looks to be over 50 centimeters in length.
Sea trout.
Sea trout.
Yes, havsöring in Swedish.
Trout is a very common fish in Åland.
I have 2 more to 2,000. That's why I'm out now.
You fish a lot of time now. Sea trout.
굉장히 부럽고 굉장히 큰 사이즈임에도 불구하고 이분들은 뭐 그냥 아주
Utanför fyrkvisten.
That afternoon, I am at the home of Ulf, whom I went fishing with. It looks like it's straight out of a picture on the shore. Ulf is making a smoked fish dish eaten in Åland to help me feel better about not catching any fish. It looks like grilled fish, but there is a secret in this container.
It's for the smoking, for the color from the fish. It's good.
Juniper is used to make smoked fish in Northern Europe. The scent penetrates into the fish, and it also changes the color of the fish when you smoke it.
No, it's ready. System is very simple things, and somebody is do it by themselves. It's like the Finnish people have sauna and the smoking, fish smoking.
Here, the people who make smoked fish are men. They believe the fishermen who catches the fish know how to bring out the flavors.
잘 익고 있어요.
The color is changing to look tastier. It has to cook like this for 1 more hour. The smoked fish is finally ready.
오.
Doesn't it look good? Ulf has been waiting longer than I have.
Okay.
He pulls out a fork and knife from his pocket. If smoked salmon is a common dish we eat, smoked fish is a common dish people in Åland eat.
연기 향이 잘 배가지고 굉장히 담백하고 맛있습니다.
Good.
The scent is very strong, and the fish tastes excellent.
Lovely.
러블리.
In the summer, it's very popular. When you maybe you have some potatoes salad and only this one. It's very lovely, and also when you eat outside.
In the summer, this big yard will probably be filled with the island neighbors. Now, I'm headed to Sund, on the eastern edge of the main Åland Island. One of the 5 Finnish castles built during the Middle Ages is in Sund. Kastelholm Castle was built in the 14th century, while Åland was under the rule of Sweden.
인형이 대로 된.
The Swedish king was said to always stop by this castle when he traveled back and forth from Sweden and Finland.
You see, Sweden and Finland was one country at this time during medieval times, and it was ruled from Sweden, and Stockholm was the capital city, and Turku was the capital city of the Finnish part, or the eastern part.
Between the 16th and 17th centuries, after the castle was damaged from war, it was restored. It was a vacation home for the king and the royal family, while Sweden ruled Åland.
아름답구나, 방이. 보이는데 굉장히 아름다운 방이 앞에 펼쳐져 있네요.
The castle no longer belongs to Sweden. It belongs to Åland, and it is open to the public. About 30 minutes away, Kastelholm Castle. I come across a fortress in ruins. Bomardsund Fortress was built when Åland was under Russian rule to defend the land against Sweden. It was ruled by Sweden in the Middle Ages and ruled by Russia in the 19th century. After Finland's independence, Åland became a self-governing region of Finland. Åland wanted to become an independent nation. In 1954, they made the Åland flag. In the paradise of the islands and in the sea lies the hidden history of Åland. Åland is an island that has more secrets the more I get to know it. That evening, I am invited to a party, and I head to the island. It takes about 20 minutes by boat. There are many islands, so sailing at night is quite dangerous.
굉장히 조심해서 가야 되나 봐요.
After sailing through the dark sea waters, I arrive at a small island. During Christmas or New Year's, people in the town gather and enjoy a meal together. People in Åland become family through living in Åland.
We are from Åland. Little special. Yes.
Before they begin eating, everyone drinks something. In Finnish, it's called glögg, and in Swedish, it's called glöggi. It's a traditional drink drunk in the winter.
They come now, I think. In glögg. This is glögg. You put this in.
In?
Yeah.
The nuts in the drink make it special.
여기에 아 추웠어요 좀. 건포도도 넣고 아몬드도 넣고.
If you drink it in the winter, it's supposed to help strengthen your energy.
우리나라 오미자차하고 굉장히 비슷한 맛이 나요. 맛있습니다.
The residents' party starts. Most of the food at the party are traditional Finnish and Swedish dishes, called Jensen's Temptation.
The traditional Åland Christmas table is like a mixture of the Swedish and the Finnish. This root vegetable pairing, this is like a carrot and this is Swedish turnip and potato, and this is very Finnish.
The setup is like a buffet with a variety of dishes in one place. The Finnish dishes are incorporated into the Swedish traditional meal. If you come to Åland, you can enjoy foods from both countries.
We have the people from Åland have always been traveling around, and then you meet a lot of people from all over the world, and then you are more tolerant for other cultures.
An old bottle is displayed on one side of the room. It's a relic that was salvaged from a Russian ship that sank in the Baltic Sea about 400 years ago.
About 40-meter deep sea. Yeah, or it had gone wrong with that, but the champagne was very good.
The Sea of Åland is silent, but inside it lives the hidden history of hundreds of years. The Baltic Sea spreads before my eyes. From the Arctic Ocean to the Baltic Sea, Finland sees me off with a strong wind. The wind of the Arctic and the wind of the Baltic Sea feel like a greeting sent to me by Finland's winter.
겨울이 되면 하얗게 얼어서 백해라고 하더군요. 지금 겨울이 지금 밀려오고 있는데요. 이게 조금 있으면 하얗게 얼겠죠. 그러면 다시 한번 찾아와 보고 싶어요. 쉐빙선을 타고 얼음을 깨면서 발테이를 한번 다녀보고 싶습니다.
I picture a white Baltic Sea in my mind. Finland. I will miss this land whenever the winter comes.